Hey everyone, David DeHaas. Well, I got Elaina here. She's decided to join me. She's got some really powerful things to share with all of you. And so we want to kind of go back. So Elaina came to us, I think we met many years ago. And then you knew about our 10-day cleanse. And anyway, she did her first 10-day cleanse 3 years ago.
Yes.
So we're just talking today, and she's had some amazing breakthroughs recently. And she kept cleansing. And this is the important of this video, is she's going to talk about some things that if you are... if you went through some mental, emotional stuff, Elaina's got some really cool aha moments that she had. So let's back up though. So you did some colonics before you came to us, a couple of them, right?
I did one in San Jose. Yeah.
All right, and you did another one. You went to a retreat on Tony Robbins.
That was after my 10-day here. I'd gone to a retreat in Fiji and did a 1-day. He uses the same equipment.
Right. Yeah. So Tony's big on the power of that. So anyway, so you came here, did a 10-day cleanse. Why did you do the 10-day cleanse to begin with? What got you to come here and do that initially?
Well, what had happened is a series of events occurred in my life where I had been married for 20 years and that dissolved. I was feeling like a victim from that. And then my brother, mother, and father passed away in 2 weeks. So them passing away immediately after the divorce. So I felt like this victim.
Right.
And I had low energy, and I thought, well, I've got to take my health into my hands and get healthier. And I did a research on local colonics and found you guys, and then I met with you and we talked about a 10-day, and I decided to do the 10-day.
Yeah. So if you don't know about our 10-day process, we do a 10-day process here in Boise, Idaho, and if you want to learn more about that, go to healingtheincurables.com, and I spend 68 minutes and I go through why we do 10 days, why we address the gut first, all the different modalities that we use. And so when Elaina and I first talked years ago, and she'd been through all this trauma, I mean, that's a lot of stuff that you got to kind of weed through the weeds, right? And so she decided, you know what, I'm going to do the 10-day, and she took a leap of faith, and you joined it. And as I remember, it was a pretty cool time for you to go through that because you cleared a lot of stuff. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so...
I mean, because don't you kind of come in like you're feeling like bags? You got all this bags, you're like dragging behind you.
Yeah, a lot of emotional baggage.
Right.
And feeling like a victim, and of course we're not. We're empowered to make strong choices. So I came here, and it's interesting because metaphysically speaking, or metaphorically speaking, rather, when we do the 10-day cleanse, you actually can see parasites exiting.
Yeah.
And if you think of that is a metaphor, it's like they're sucking energy from you. They're a physical parasite. They're physically removed from your body. We get them from eat vegetables or whatever we eat. They get in, or we have pets and animals. It's kind of a normal thing to have them, but it's not normal to have so many. The energy is low, and my energy was low, so I did the 10-day. And during the 10-day, there was a lot of emotional and spiritual support, along with the physical modality of the colon hydrotherapy. And that enabled me to let go of this feeling like a victim and the sadness that kind of occurs when you lose people you love.
Right.
And so then I did the 10-day, and that includes a liver cleanse toward the end, and not a whole lot of stones came out at that time that I would say, definitely some. And
so back up for a moment, because some people probably don't know what we're talking about there for a moment. So, and in the video, healingtheincurables.com, I talk about the 4 natural laws of healing. And just to kind of bring you up to speed on that, we talk about cleaning the colon, cleaning the small intestine, and then we clean the blood. And we clean the blood by doing a liver cleanse. So when she said, I didn't see many stones, we talk about liver stones, gallbladder stones. So, the liver is a major filter for the body. So we know we got to clean out the gut first. You have more neurons there than your spinal column. And we need to get that pathway open. It's about a 35-foot pathway. And then we got to get the blood clean, because the blood is what transports the micronutrients to the cells to heal the cells. That's where your engines are. So when Elaina says she didn't get out a lot of stones that first time, keep going. So you did. Okay. So we did the whole 10-day. Yeah.
And at the same time, I'll tell you what. After the 10-day, that was the first time in I can't even remember when that I slept thoroughly through the night and continued to sleep thoroughly.
Yeah.
So the toxins being removed, the parasites and all that, the stones, whatever it was, physiologically, I could sleep all through the night.
That's big.
And yeah, that was really wonderful.
Hey, if you have trouble sleeping, click down below, give us a like or make a comment, 'cause that's huge in today's society. Really is.
Oh, it makes a difference.
And we see that a lot happen, that they get sleep after they come through the cleanse. Yeah.
Sound sleep. And so I decided to do a maintenance every now and then. I know.
So when you say maintenance, so cleansing maintenance,
Yeah.
and continue to cleanse the liver. Okay.
And so I came back again just this year, about 2 months ago, to do a liver cleanse. And it's a 3-day colonic, and together with other things like the apple cider vinegar and the olive oil. Anyway, I kid you not, 300 or 400 stones, and they're not like hard stones, the cholesterol stones that come from the liver. Exited. One was that big, and multiple ones that were the size of a very plump pea.
Wow.
The dark green from the bile, so you know it's not
yeah.
the other matter.
Right.
And I was just amazed at how much exited, and it's a process. It's a maintenance process. Just doing a 10-day once and then leaving it alone is not maintaining health. And so coming back to do the liver cleanse, and here I am again after 2 months doing another one, and still some stones have come out again, about 20 this time so far, and I have one more cleanse in the 3-day for the liver. So,
so you know, you think about the liver, it's like your air filter in your furnace or the oil filter in your car. You know, over lifetime, this poor liver deals with a lot. I mean, it's sucking up the glyphosate, the pesticides, and pretty soon there's no room. So a lot of people will gain fat, and they say, well, why can't if I lose weight and I gain it back? Well, that's the reason why is the body's using the fat to store toxins. So what Elaina's been mentioning here, she's kept doing liver cleanses. This is your fourth.
Yeah.
And what we normally see it to be true over the years is that about every 3rd to 4th liver cleanse, a major amount of liver stones come out. And so, and the reason why it's important is those bile ducts, 50,000 bile ducts, like the air filter, we got to get those pores opened up, if you will, like in an air filter. And we're doing that in the liver. So when we clean the blood, so that can clean up the blood, and we clean up the blood, now the nutrition can get to the cells to heal the cells. So you think about not only are the things you're breathing in and eating, but also your lymphatic. You have 45 pints of lymph fluid. And that lymph fluid it dumps into the vein, and your liver's got to deal with it. So it's dealing with a lot of garbage, the poor old liver. And so really important to keep, that's why I've done 48 of these so far. But every 3rd to 4th one, major production like what you experienced.
That's interesting. So
it is.
You're saying that you've noticed about the 3rd or 4th one is when people have the productivity?
Right.
Oh, because I was just shocked at how much more.
Right.
The 10-day definitely was effective, but this one I did just a few months ago.
Right.
The liver cleanse.
And your friend Ann, you know, I remember on her 6th one, she came back and she says, oh my gosh, you gotta tell them what they gotta do 4 days when they do it. And I go, why is that, Ann? She goes, because, man, I got a boatload of parasites out this time.
Yeah.
So
you just never know when those critters are gonna exit.
Right. And so what's really interesting for you though is what you're sharing with us is that you not already got rid of the physical parasites.
Yeah, the spiritual, emotional component was huge for me, and relaxation with the biomat during the process, the wonderful CDs nurturing with good words while you're during the colon hydrotherapy, able to heal myself, forgive myself for anything of my part in my circumstances that happened with my 20-year marriage. And
well, that's right. I mean, that's a lot of baggage you're kind of carrying on your shoulder. That you're like, oh my gosh, my fault, not my fault. I mean, all these different emotions you go through.
Just wanted to get to the truth and the truth of the matter, and getting rid of physical parasites feels like I believe we're a physical manifestation of spiritual beings, and so if we have a ton of parasites physically, we might very well have them in our ways of thinking or whatever.
Right.
So this 10-day cleanse is also a process in changing our ways of thinking, so it's not parasitical thinking.
Right.
In other words,
So when you had that clearing, and did you have some aha moments? I mean, what was that like for you when you basically went in that and kind of, did you forgive? I mean, how did that, you had 3 deaths and another death, basically a divorce, so that's a lot of stuff. What was that feeling like for you?
It took me a long time to process through that. It was more continuing on a process of continuing meditation at home and in prayer and just asking for the truth of the matter.
Uh-huh.
The colon hydrotherapy and the 10-day cleanse and all that's a step in the process of getting all that out.
Right.
So the aha moment, I guess an aha thing was just sleeping so soundly after the 10-day. And then I also did just a liver cleanse yesterday.
Right.
And that's, I slept all night last night. And again, I had built up some toxins, I believe, because it's been a while,
Right.
and I wasn't sleeping too well. The ahas are just, when I come back and clear up everything with the colon hydrotherapy, I'm sleeping better, and it's a maintenance thing, I guess.
Right.
That I keep having little aha moments.
Cool. Well, that's awesome.
And more energy and feeling better and a little thinner, and that always works. And yeah.
Excellent. Well, thanks for sharing your journey. I really appreciate it. If you want to learn more about what Elaina's went through, go to healingtheincurables.com. It's a 68-minute webinar, but we go through all the details, why we do it, how we do it, and then we share with you all the different modalities we do. Well, not probably all of them because there's so many, but because you're here 10 days, about 4 to 5 hours per day.
Yeah.
Going through the process, and anyway, a lot of purging goes on.
Hope I covered that.
Yeah, for sure. So, hey, thanks for joining us. Say if you like what we've been sharing with you, please give us a thumbs up, make a comment down below. Please do share with your friends and family and your associates. I'm David DeHaas from Living Waters, where miracles begin by healing from within.